Peter, when you were describing some of this, you mentioned accompaniment. Would you talk about that a little bit from the perspective of JRS? We have accompaniment as part of the leadership program at the undergraduate level, and I think your comments could help deepen how we look at that concept.
Accompaniment is, in my eyes, the cornerstone of our mission. And that was also the triple mission of what evolved and gradually: accompaniment, service, and advocacy. The story is said, at that time, Father Rupe was asked by the World Bank President McNamara and the High Commission of the UN for Refugees, saying, the refugees in big camps, and there are camps of 250,000 people, they're catered with water, shelter, and all the organizations are very busy to provide that. It's a big job, a big task, but they're so busy that they don't have time to say, hello, good morning, how are you, the refugee. And that's how I said, cannot Jesus help, or also make a contribution? And ours is not the strength to run a big machinery, logistics, others can do that better. But from our background and vision of the human person, yes, we need to have this time and say, good morning, how are you today? How do you feel? Because people do not live just on bread alone. The soul and the heart needs to be touched, and the intellect of a person. So the closeness with refugees is very important from the beginning. That was actually our first mission, just being there, and then you see what to do. So I think also only by being directly involved and in contact with people, one can develop the types of services which are needed. Because the people tell us what they need, and if they want the children in school or that, or income generating activity, they will somewhat tell us. So we do not come with something predefined. So we first go there and see, get established, be in contact with people, and then, of course, do some services. And then also advocacy. The cornerstone is we have to be involved. And it's not so much that we talk about them, but even to help them to express, if it's possible, to advocate on their behalf, getting their story across to wider public or to governments, so that to make some changes and improvements in life. But it's always, without being in touch, in contact, we do not talk about situations. I mean, also in terms of more spiritual side, accompaniment is that more kind of narrow. But we take it in a wider sense. The pastor or the church on the other the pastor's work, be caring for people. And that means in different situations, like urban refugees, visiting families, having the time, or in the camps. I mean, a lot of the education work has also that dimension. It's a direct work with young people, and to accompany them by teaching them and so. I think one could say theologically, it is the incarnation. Get into the situation. Don't do something from outside. Get involved. Get also touched by them. That means like the ones who lost their lives. Yeah. That you run also the risk. You take on also a certain risk. That's the incarnation. What our Christian faith is get into the situation, be with people, get also affected by it, and share to some degree the situation. I was asked, in what success can you tell us about 30 years? I said, we don't have great successes, because if you work with refugees and people are affected by conflicts, you work with the losers of human history. They're not the winners. You might have some success against children to school and all that, and that's definitely a good thing. But it's not something where we are the winners, you know, here we have done the job and here we move on. It's different. That's also what it means, accompaniment. So to also to bear with the frustration that, you know, of whatever government policies or international policies or some war situations don't want to change, rebels continue their stupid war and so on. And that's all part of it, what also accompaniment means. You cannot walk away without being also a bit wounded, affected by it. To enter as much as possible in the situation of frustration. So one never gets fully, and of course, because you work with them, everything, but somehow to be close and be affected by it.
Thank you. That was helpful.